Are you sick of riding around on your slow mount, watching your guildies flex their epic gear and their huge DPS numbers, and you're left in the dust? Well, in this video, I'm revealing the secrets to make insane amounts of gold. Enough to buy epic mounts, to gear up for Onyxia and Ragnaros, and to absolutely crush classic WoW. Are you ready to stop being broke? Let's dive in. Before we begin though, comment below how much gold you have right now and what's your biggest gold making struggle. I'll be replying to as many comments as I can. So first we've got to talk about why gold is everything. It all starts with that epic mount, its speed, and it's a huge flex too. You're lapping your friends in travel speed when you go to the raid, everybody's impressed, and you don't have to worry about getting bullied. Then there's biz gear, there's biz consumables too. If you want to top the damage meters, slay Onyxia, destroy Ragnaros, you're going to need gold to fund your gear, your enchants, your consumes. Otherwise, good luck competing with everybody else. Ultimately, no gold means a sad life. Without gold, you're stuck in the slow lane. And nobody wants to be the guy who can't afford a single greater fire protection potion for raid night. So let's talk about the simplest farming approach. If you're feeling lazy, you want to binge watch the new Squid Game episodes, here's your AFK farming strategy. Literally all you have to do is kill stuff. Any mob that's 55 plus, they're dropping raw gold, they're dropping greens, likely dropping rune cloth as well. All you have to do is pick out a mob your class can easily farm and you just go to town. Let's say you're playing a rogue, for example. Spellcasters, they're very squishy. You can easily kick them, you can easily kill them. So literally all you have to do is open up the Wowhead NPC database. You look for mobs that have mana. You can easily kick them, you can easily kill them, so you just put on Netflix and you profit. Now on top of just finding the easiest mobs to kill, you also might want to farm specific items. Things like Fellcloth, Winterfall Firewaters, Echoes. Think items that have incredibly high demand, things that are going to sell very quickly on the auction house, and ideally you're looking for items that will only go up in price the longer the game is out. I'd be curious to hear what your favorite mindless gold farm is. Drop that farm in the comments and somebody might thank you later. If you want to ramp up your profit though and get some seriously huge paychecks, you're going to want to try to target farm. Target farming is looking for specific items, the ones that everybody's drooling over. Take the Crusader enchant from the Scarlet Spellbinders for example. Everybody knows Crusader sells like hotcakes for huge money. All you have to do is farm those Spellbinders, you get the recipe drop, you print gold. Or you take the Mighty Rage Potion from Blackrock Slayers. Warriors are obsessed with min-maxing and all the alchemists want that recipe. Or you could look at the Enchant Bracer Superior Strength from the Deadwind Ogres. Melee characters, they all want that 9 strength, but nobody's willing to farm that recipe. Cha-ching! Think outside the box though, think about items that people really want that nobody's farming. Things like the Arcanite Dragonling recipe from the Cobalt Mage Weavers. Engineers, they can't resist that recipe, but they're not farming it, so grab it, you sell it, you retire early. I'm wondering, have you ever looted a Crusader or any of those crazy rare recipes? Brag in the comments or share your heartbreak if you never have. So we've got the farming, the killing mobs out of the way, but now let's talk about no effort gold making with vendor flips. Vendor flips are such a great way to make money because all you're doing is checking the auction house for specific items and then you just reap the profits every single day. Look at the bandage flip for example. Anytime silk cloth is under 2 silver, you turn 2 into heavy silk bandages, you vendor them for 4 silver, literally free money. Or take leather, take grenades. Anytime thick leather is below 7.2 silver, instant profit. Same idea with so many other items like iron grenades. You scan the auction house, you buy low, you make the items, you sell for profit. The best part about this method, it is completely AFK. I do this while I'm making dinner for example. I come back, boom, it's just free money, it's that easy. The best part is, even when we move on to the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, these methods still work, so don't forget about them. Also, definitely check the document in the description for a full list of vendor flips you can do right now. So switching gears to another great, easy passive gold maker, we've got flipping cooking recipes, and really all recipes. People leveling professions, they hate traveling to the weird corners of Azeroth for recipes. They are literally going to pay you to skip the grind. All the major cooking guides, for example, they tell you to get the roast raptor recipe, but nobody wants to go to a Wrathy. Instead, they skip the trip and they buy it directly from me on the auction house. Ultimately, people are going to be kind of lazy, and you can really take advantage of that and get a big payday. It's not just cooking recipes, though. You can take advantage of people's laziness with things like the Major Healing Potion recipe in Winterspring, or the Free Action Potion recipe in Orgrimmar. These recipes are even better because the supply is limited quantity, but the demand is extremely high, so they're really a goldmine for profit. So what's the most ridiculous price you've ever sold a recipe for? Let's see those flexes down below. So moving on to one of my favorite gold makers, we can really take advantage of the Alliance and the Horde rivalry. See, while the factions might be at war, there is huge opportunity if the factions can just collaborate. Some items are just significantly cheaper on one faction, or impossible to get on the other faction. Take the free action potion for example. That recipe is extremely hard to get. It's always camped in Orgrimmar, but it's in all the other major cities on Alliance. All you've got to do is get an Alliance friend to bring you those recipes for cheap to the neutral auction house, and you've got some big profit. See, the Alliance, they're always farming stockades. That means their wool is always extremely underpriced. Meanwhile, the Horde, they're just crying out for wool. So if you want to fill that demand, you're going to make some great profit. We do have a sniper bot warning though. Gotta make sure you price your cross-faction transfers high enough so the bots won't just snipe them for copper. I know I've lost plenty of money to snipers over the years, but have you or a friend ever lost something really big to snipers? Horror stories, they're definitely required reading, so share them below. So we've gotten this far without talking about one of the very best moneymakers for the rest of Classic, and really for the upcoming Phase 2 as well. So we've got to talk about smart investments to really get ahead of the crowd and get a big advantage. First, golden pearls. Right now they're dirt cheap at 5 gold, but once everybody stops farming Nagas to hit level 60, the prices are going to skyrocket. Then we've got the small flame sacks. Levelers, they're dumping them for pennies right now, but soon they're going to be needed for fire protection potion recipes, dragon breath chili recipes, everything. Cha-ching. We've also got a great investment, which is cloth of really all kinds. Mage weave, wool, rune cloth. They become much harder to farm at 60. You buy low now, you sell high later when everybody's desperate. Then we've got the Winterfall Firewaters and the Echoes as well. The Warriors, the Rogues, every physical DPS, they love these items. Once everybody's 60 and the parsing really heats up and the raids get intense, this is where everybody's going to start buying these items at really high prices. So there you have it, all the best ways to stack gold, to breeze into Phase 2 and beyond in WoW Classic, and really make a ton of money. Whether it's for an epic mount or bis gear or zero financial worries, you're all set. It's time to flex on your friends with your unstoppable DPS and your pristine epic gear. Drop a comment below, which gold making tip are you trying first? Or did I miss your favorite strategy? Let me know. Hit like if this video helped you and subscribe for more WoW Classic tips. And of course, ring that notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming Phase 2 bombshell I've got coming. In the next video, we're going to dive deep into the super secret gold farms that nobody's talking about, so stay tuned.